This is your home of thrilling sports in action, the show Xplosion. Today we'll be taking a look at the Black Stars, we'll be discussing the Nigerian national team, and then finally we'll wrap it up with the Zimbabwe camp, the news coming from there. I have three journalists who will be joining me via Zoom. Noah Adams, who is an African sports journalist, will be focusing mainly on the Black Stars for us. And then we'll have reporters from the Zimbabwe camp, we'll have reporters from the Nigerian camp. Because Nigeria, in a shocker, lost yesterday against the Central Republic, and the CAR. They lost against them. Central African Republic, they lost against them yesterday in the build-up to the World Cup. It was a World Cup qualifier. So stick and stay with me. We take a quick turn. When we come back, you get to know the people or the surprise guests on my list.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Like I stated, this is your home of thrilling sports in action. We'll be delving into issues from the Black Stars, then we'll go to some more games at the World Cup qualifiers that is happening at the moment. Now, I'm joined via Zoom by a sports journalist covering the African game. His name is Samuel Ogunleye. By origin, he's a Nigerian. Hello, Samuel.
Hey, yo, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, welcome to Ghana. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
And then there's another journalist on the bill, which is Lawrence Manjinge. If I got the name right. Lawrence. Hello, Lawrence. Lawrence, can you hear me? Okay, so we'll continue with the discussions. Perhaps later on, we'll delve into that. But let me start with Samuel because he is on the line. Samuel, Nigeria recorded a shock loss yesterday against the Central African Republic. Mainly the odds were against Central African Republic, but somehow Ghana Roy and his boys lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a disappointing result. I'm going to try my best not to speak as a fan, but speak as a journalist.
Okay.
Obviously, watching the game yesterday is a disappointing result. You look at the two teams, I no disrespect to Central African Republic. You expect Nigeria to go into that game and score 4 or 5 goals. Nigeria for decades have been known for
their strong attack. And even, it's the same this year. We have a player who just got nominated for, Serie A Player of the Month in Osimhen. And he wasn't able to even produce a goal last night. And it's disappointing. And, we talk about the mentality in the squad. We always talk about management, and it seems like these same issues are coming up again. And like I said, no disrespect to Central African Republic, but their best player is Jeffrey Kondogbia, and he wasn't even in the squad yesterday. So you know, for us to lose that game respectfully in a World Cup qualifier, we have to do better.
Certainly, you have to do better. But let's look at the goal, because personally, I've watched the goals more than 100 times. Because the goal is a sumptuous goal. See, the midfielder takes the ball, goes past Balogun, sorry, and then lashes the ball into the attacker. And see, let's look at the defense of Nigeria. Is there ever going to be a day where Nigeria is going to find a perfect balance in defense for their country?
Honestly, I don't know, because you look at our centre-back pairing in Troost Ekong and Balogun. You know, one's playing in the Scottish Premier League, one's playing in the English Premier League. You expect these two to at least, you know, be strong enough to and take care of whatever attack comes their way. It seemed like there was a lot of confusion at the back last night. You know, they clashed into each other and allowed the attacker to just, you know, slip through the smallest of gaps and then slot past the keeper. It's disappointing to see. Honestly, I think the defense has been quite an issue for us over the years. You know, even if you look back to the 2014 World Cup, you know, the reason why we got knocked out of that competition was because of an own goal. So, you know, our defense has always been an issue for Nigeria, and honestly, I don't see it being as powerful as the attack. We're just kind of not known for having a strong defense, but hopefully in the next couple of years we might produce some young talent coming through, but who knows?
Well, who knows? But you're still on top of the group. You're on course to qualify for the main event, which will happen in Qatar. Is Ghana under pressure to perform and qualify Nigeria to the World Cup?
Here's my thought on Raw. You know, I've always been that person that felt like he wasn't good enough to manage the team. I felt like he wasn't bringing the best out of our players. Even if you look at our previous World Cup qualifier against Cape Verde, which we won 2-1, we only managed to win that game because of a crazy own goal. And you have to ask the question, why are we not being able to bring out the best in our attackers? But then I look at the other side of things, and, you know, the news broke out the other week or so that he hasn't been paid for 8 months. And, you know, how do you expect a coach or a manager to be motivated to take a team to new heights if he's not being paid, if he's not being looked after? I'm pretty sure Raw's not there for the money, otherwise he would have left ages ago. But you can't, you know, we can blame the manager on one side, but there's nothing to motivate him and for him to take our team to the next level. And this is where, you know, the NFF comes in. I think the issue's coming from them. You know, they need to be able to look after the management team, look after the players, otherwise they're not going to be able to perform on the pitch.
Okay. If you care to know, Central African Republic have not won a competitive game since 2019. That is how big the margin is. Now they are on 4 points in the group against. See, they are 124th on FIFA ranking. See, personally, let's go to emotions. As a fan, as a Nigerian, when Nigeria lost, how did you feel like?
Do you want me to be completely honest with you?
Definitely.
I'm not surprised, because this tends to happen a lot for us Nigeria fans. We tend to go into a game with so much optimism, and then you get disappointed. I was talking to my dad, you know, before the game, saying I think Nigeria can win this game 5-0 comfortably, only to be disappointed towards the end. And it's like it seems to be the same things happening every single year. You know, on paper we have such a strong squad, but when we actually play, it seems like we just can't get the best out of these players. And you know, it makes me angry, because you see the potential, you see that we can do so much more on the pitch, and
you know, when are we going to start looking like a team that we looked like in, you know, 94, 96? You know, we haven't been able to see that strong side of Nigeria since then. So, yeah, it's a bit frustrating, man.
Well, frustrating it is. But are people calling for the head of Ghana already because he lost just the game? Or they are just calm? It's just a bad day at the office for Nigeria?
You know what? Nigeria fans can be a bit impatient. I think they were calling for his head, even though we got bronze at the AFCON in 2019. So, you know, anything, anything less than gold, anything less than a win, Nigerians are coming for him. But I do think he's under pressure. I do think he's not been able to get the best out of the best out of this team, even before this 8 months of no pay. I still don't think we've been able to produce quality football. But on the other side of things, he has a good argument to say he's not been looked after well. And if a coach or a player is not looked after well, we can't expect them to produce 100%.
No, okay, that's true. That being true, what's your projection for Nigeria? That's your final thought on this one, and then we move into other discussions. But what's your projection for Nigeria? Where do you want to see Nigeria? What are the things that you think Nigeria, the federation, and then even Ghana Rob can do right to bring Nigeria back into their contention to qualify for the World Cup?
Well, I think we have the talent. There is no denying that Nigeria have the players to take us to the World Cup. We've been to the past 3 World Cup tournaments, and we should be able to get there comfortably. I think first of all, what needs to change, we need to start from top to bottom. The NFF need to pay Raw. Simple as. You can't expect a coach to come in and do a job without pay. I know Raw's probably not there for the money because of, like I said before, he would have left ages ago.
Because he's not been paid for this long. So I don't think he's just there for the money, but he needs to be paid. He needs to be looked after, and he needs to, kind of be reassured that the NFF are looking out for him, especially during this difficult time where the fans are a bit 50-50 and they're very uneasy. I think once that happens, give Raw another chance, and then hopefully be able to produce and get the best out of these players. I think what Raw needs to actually focus on is the attack. From the midfield to our attack, we are one of the strongest in Africa. And on paper, a lot of teams would look at that and be fearful, But as a collective, we don't seem to bring the best out of them. But I think if he focuses on the attack, we can start producing a lot more goals. We have some talented players. I know Iheanacho was out for yesterday's game, but he's still in the squad. Osimhen's there. Then you have the likes of Iwobi in the midfield. We have some talent in this team. Chukwueze, when he comes back from injury, there's talent in this team, and I just hope he focuses on the attack and we can actually dominate. We're playing Central African Republic on Sunday, and I'm expecting goals.
Goals. That is what Samuel is wishing for when Central Africa play Nigeria in the second leg of the double header against his country, which is Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us, Samuel. We're going on to other discussions. Samuel, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's move on to further discussions because I understand Lawrence Mangiji, yes, is a Zimbabwean journalist for Soccer 24 Zimbabwe. Lawrence, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, bro. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, great. Certainly, this is not your first time of coming to Ghana because earlier you were in Ghana already.
Indeed.
Okay, so basically you're welcome proper because this is the final one. The Black Stars of Ghana are playing your side, your country, at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. In the double header of the World Cup qualifiers. Zimbabwe are without their star man, obviously, Kama Billiards. But what other news is popping up from there?
Well, perhaps the biggest news emanating from the Zimbabwe camp is that the team manager, that is the Warriors team manager, Wellington Mpandare, he was quoted in the local press that he was saying that he was not impressed by the training facility given to the team by the Ghana Football Association. They complained about it, and they were given an alternative facility which was more or less the same with the old one. He was complaining of the state of the pitch. He was complaining of the facility itself, saying that it's not good enough for professional players. So basically, that is what is coming out of the Zimbabwe camp, and nothing in terms of injuries and what. That is the only news coming from the Zimbabwe camp.
Wow, that is big news. Well, currently they are camped in Ghana. If you care to know, there's Warriors of Zimbabwe. They take on the Black Stars of Ghana tomorrow in the double header of the World Cup, like I stated earlier. But with regards to that, have they confronted the GFA? If you have any intel on that, have they confronted the GFA about the possibility of training on other pitches? Because if it's supposedly training pitches, I certainly know there are a lot of training pitches in Ghana.
Yes, indeed. They've approached the Ghana Football Association. Actually, what happened is that their training facility that is in Cape Coast, everything was fine. The hotels were okay, but the training
the pitch
the team
itself
manager was complaining about. The pitch itself, the state of the pitch. So the manager approached officials from the Ghana Football Association, and they were given another training ground. So the manager complains that training ground is more or less the same with the previous one they were complaining about. So they were actually, the last time I heard, they were actually looking for a third option in terms of a training pitch.
No, okay. Let's go into the discussion proper, because without your star man when you play against Ghana, what do you think Norman Mapize will tell his boys when they face the Black Stars tomorrow?
Well, I think the coach simply will tell the team, the players, that they simply have to impose themselves. They simply have to stick to the game plan. Yes, we have got the underdog take. We respect Ghana as a footballing powerhouse. They are the favorites. But in as much as we give them the respect they deserve, we're actually believing that we can actually stand toe-to-toe with them, because like you rightly said, Kama Billiard is missing, is suspended for the game, but we equally have quality in the side in the form of Captain Knowledge Msona. There is France-based Marshall Munetsi. There is also Marvelous Nakamba from Aston Villa. So I actually believe that the game itself is going to be won in midfield. Who bosses the midfield more in terms of Nakamba and Arsenal's Thomas Partey? That is where the game is going to be won. So yeah, it is a big blow that Kama Billiard is not around. Is not going to be available for selection. But I think we also have competent alternatives in terms of who plays.
Let's speak about the combination between Nakamba and then Mahachi. In the previous games, personally, I've watched those games, and then they seem to combine well to produce creative attacks and balancing in midfield. Coming against Ghana's midfield, especially because we do not have one of our starmen in midfield, which is Mubarak Wakaso. Do you think your midfield in Mahachi, Nakamba, and then the others will stand a chance against our midfield?
Well, it all depends on how things turn out to be. But if we look at Marvelous and Kuda, they know each other very well. They grew up together. They're actually friends off the pitch. But I'm not so sure if Kuda is going to start the game. Perhaps he can, but I would tip Nakamba and Marshall Munetsi of Study the Reims to be in midfield tomorrow. And that combination itself is a very, very capable combination, because we are looking at tough tackling players and who actually play the game on the physical aspect and understand how it is to play with strong players like Thomas Partey and all. So that on its own, like I rightly said, that game is going to be won in midfield. Who gets the midfield ticking will win the game.
Who gets the midfield ticking will win the game. But let's talk about Knowledge Musonda. But basically, he's a veteran. He's the one who leads the line. I watched him against South Africa. You were not in your best of potent attacks on the day. But
indeed,
what will be the difference when you play the Black Stars tomorrow? Is there any new twist to the attack, especially not because Billiard is not around? Musunda, would he be idle up front, or Zimbabweans are dependent on others to step up?
Okay, wow, like you rightly said, against South Africa, the captain Knowledge did not live up to expectation. He is a natural goal-getter. He scores goals all the time. He scores goals for fun. But he didn't do well under the previous coach, that is Croatian Zdravko Logarusic. I think it was a case of man management. The coach failed to bring out of the best out of the captain. Because if you look at it, in the 2019 AFCON qualifying campaign, Knowledge Musona scored 6 of Zimbabwe's 9 goals in the entire qualifying campaign. But under the Croatian coach, he scored only 1 goal. That is a free kick against Algeria. So goals have been dry. He is fully aware of that. He promised the nation that goals are going to come. The team will tick. What is going to be the difference is that that main management aspect I'm referring to, under Norman Mapesa, the new coach, is the kind of coach who likes to take things like
one after the other.
Personally, with the one after the other, he talks to the players personally. He is the one coach who likes to find out if something is wrong, even with the player on a personal level. He is one person who is respected by the players, and he brings out the best out of them. So I expect that he can actually do the same with knowledge going forward in attack for the Warriors.
But let me ask, especially because Lugarosic is out now.
Yes.
Mapisa comes in. He's giving the job on the interim. Does he feel under pressure to perform, especially because the number of games under Lugarosic wasn't good, and then now he has the opportunity to impress and keep the job, and then he has another opportunity of just coming in to fill the boots?
Well, that one has got nothing to prove, my brother. He is someone whom we can actually call the national team like he can actually accept the national team job even just for one game. That is just how much he loves the national team. He's a legend of the game in Zimbabwe. He understands what football means to the country of Zimbabwe. He has been called before on an interim basis, and he did well. I don't think he has got anything to prove to anyone. Neither does he want to actually force himself to prove a point that is good. Everyone knows that is good. It's just a case of restoring some respectability to the World Cup qualifying campaign, because clearly 1 point bottom of the table is not good enough.
1 point at the bottom of the table is certainly not good enough. But what will be the game plan? When you were talking earlier, you mentioned the game plan. What do you think the game plan will be? Would it be defend and then attack, or will strictly be counter-attacking?
I think he likes to play like the passing game. That is, he plays entertaining football. I doubt if this team is going to sit back and allow Ghana to come at them. He is actually going to tell because he is a firm believer of attacking football, the passing and entertaining football. So in as much as the team is playing away from home, I actually believe that they're going to stamp their authority and impose his kind of philosophy, and that is the philosophy of passing football and attacking.
Well, we have a new manager in Milovan Rajevac. Perhaps in history, you have heard about him. Ghana's glory days, he brought us a lot of glory between 2008 and then 2010 before he left. Indeed, does he bring a bit of fright to the Zimbabwe national team?
Yeah, definitely. He's an excellent tactician. He's a good coach. He's actually someone who knows the game very well. You know, he made history in South Africa in 2010. Everyone in Africa was very proud of him. You know, regardless of us being Zimbabweans and these are Nigerians. Every African football fan respect the coach. He's a good tactician, and he's not someone who is new to the Ghana national team. He knows some of the players. He worked with them, the likes of the Ayu brothers and all. We expect a lot of changes in terms of how Ghana played under Charles Okono. So we're looking forward to a very, very tough game, I can actually admit.
Well, indeed. Ghana also possess a lot of attacking players, good combinations in attack. We have Jordan Ayew. Would Norman Mapisa re-strategize his side to contain these boys, or is just coming out, play his system, he believes in his philosophy?
Well, he's a realist, just like everybody else here. He knows that that Ghana team has got a lot of quality in terms of attack. You know, you look at Jordan Ayew. It doesn't. The fact that he hasn't scored in a long time doesn't count at all. On a good day, you bury chances and actually win the game for Ghana. Well, his brother is in top form for his team in Qatar. He has scored in 4 consecutive games. So we are fully aware of the threat that is posed by the Black Stars, but we simply just have to be at our best in terms of how we defend.
Well, indeed, you have to defend when you play the Black Stars, because I mean, Ghana, I certainly believe we are going to beat you on the day. But let's do some further discussions. Let's look at the attacking pairings. Who should we see? What should Ghanaians expect?
Well, you should expect passing football. Like I said, that is the coach's philosophy. He believes in the kind of...
Can I get names? Names of players we should expect in the lineup of Zimbabwe?
I think you obviously have knowledge in leading the attack. I actually tip Knox Mtizwa from Golden Arrows He's a good goal scorer. That one, he is likely to start. He recently broke a record. He's now the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of Golden Arrows. That is something he achieved over the weekend. So we have knowledge him so perhaps with Noxim Tizgo up front, perhaps Kuna Mahachi. And also in midfield, we are definitely going to have Aston Villa's Marvelous Nakamba. We're also going to have definitely, that is, Study the Reims, Smasha Omunetsi. In defense, we are going to have Teenager Debe, who plays for Houston Dynamo in the Major League Soccer. We are perhaps also going to have Jordan Zemura from Bournemouth. We are going to have Wigan Athletics, Tendai Dariko at right back. We are also going to have probably Brendan Galloway, England-based in defense alongside Teenager Debe. So that is pretty much how we're going to set up, and I actually think that is a very, very competitive team.
Well, that is indeed a competitive team because a lot of them play for really, really good teams in Europe. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for joining me for the discussion.
It was a pleasure, bro.
Oh, but we'll take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the discussions.
Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center presents Black Stars footballer Jerry Akaminko. Jerry chose Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center to increase his performance. Their team of specialists use modern trends in physiotherapy to manage complex conditions in pain management, stroke rehabilitation, pediatric physiotherapy, sports injury rehabilitation, weight management, and so much more. Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center, your reawakening destination. Contact them now.
Welcome back. We're discussing the Zimbabwe national team ahead of the first leg of a double header that we played at Cape Coast Sports Stadium tomorrow. And Norman Mapidza and his boys are already in camp in Cape Coast. Per the reports we are receiving, they like the way my brother Lawrence, who from Zimbabwe, was reporting. There are a lot of issues happening, and you need to follow us so I will give you the latest juice when it comes to news coming in from Zimbabwe. But I understand Nuhu Adams is on the is joined us via Zoom. Nuhu, hello Nuhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nuhu, I trust you're doing well.
Yeah.
No, okay. Nuhu Adams, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, okay. You just joined us in the discussion, but we discussed the Nigerian national team. They are lost against the Central African Republic. Already you are an astute African football journalist. What would be your take on Nigeria's loss yesterday? Hello, Nuhu. Well, I'll go back to Lawrence quickly, take Lawrence's predictions, and if Nuhu is... Hello, Nuhu. Nuhu. Well, it appears this line is not so stable. Lawrence. Hello, Lawrence.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Certainly, I cannot let you go without giving us the predictions for the day. Nuhu is back on the line. Hello, Nuhu. Wow, the network is really messing us up. Nuhu.
Okay.
Lawrence, take your bite on the predictions. What are you expecting to see from the Black Stars tomorrow? And would your side stand a chance against the Black Stars?
I certainly think they will. They have a chance. You know, like I said earlier, we are the underdogs. We expect the Black Stars, the powers in Africa. But with that underdog take, we simply impose ourselves.
Play our football, impose on our philosophy, and actually try to get result. The best result I actually think we can get is a draw. So I think that the game in Cape Coast is going to be a scoring draw, for sure.
A scoring draw.
Yes.
Certainly, Ghanaians won't be happy about a scoring draw. Yes, to be honest, we will not be happy about a scoring draw. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us, Lawrence. Thank you so much, all the way from Zimbabwe. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure, bro.
Okay, thank you. We'll continue the discussion when after here I'll text you and then we'll continue with the discussions personally. Okay.
I hope we see you again.
Definitely, I'm hoping. I see lots of goals. People are. Let me give you the gist. People are predicting a lot of goals. At least 2 goals from Ghana against Zimbabwe will be okay for me on the personal level.
It's all right, bro.
Okay. Cheers to you too. Continue the discussions because the Black Stars of Ghana played against Soccer Intellectuals. The game ended 8-0 in favor of the Black Stars in a closed door game. But reports we are receiving is the Ghana demolished the lower tier side in a warm-up game at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium on Wednesday. No. Yeah, welcome. It appears your network is a bit not going well for you. Okay. Okay. Let me take your thoughts on the game between Nigeria and then the Central African Republic because Nigeria pulled a shocker.
Absolutely. Nobody would have believed that South African Republic can go to Lagos to beat Nigeria. But you know, this is football. I think Nigeria underrated them, not the coach, but the players. But the coach paraded almost everybody in the team. Chidera Ejuke, Frank Onyeka, Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Osimhen. So for the coach to parade this kind of team, it tells you he was going in for the kill. But probably the players might have different ideas going into the game. So they underrated Central African Republic, and then they also took advantage of it to get that winner very, very late in the game. Because Central African Republic had already lost at home to Liberia in Douala. So there was no chance for them to go to Lagos to beat Nigeria. But it has happened. Nigeria will have to go back to the drawing board and then re-strategize for the next games. I'm sure Nigeria will want to beat Central African Republic in Douala in the next game, and that's quite possible for them. The history behind Central African Republic's win is that Nigeria has lost at home in qualifiers for the first time since 1981, and also losing their first World Cup qualifying game since 2004. So that's a massive victory for Central African Republic. I believe they could build on that and then make sure they get some decent results in the upcoming games.
Well, indeed, decent results is what Nigeria need. Let's move swiftly and talk about the Black Stars because that is our focus for today. The Black Stars of Ghana will be playing the Warriors of Zimbabwe come tomorrow at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. No, any news, any latest update from the Black Stars camp?
Well, there's nothing different from what you've been hearing from the Black Stars camp. All the players are available except the 5 players that were dropped and rescued from the team. We were expecting Andy Adam to join the team, and he has joined the team. So, Milovan Rajvat is having a full squad at his disposal to select from.
Okay. Speaking about Andy Adam, let's start from Black Stars goalkeepers.
I'm sure one of the goalies.
No.
Your question again, Yao?
I said let's start from defense and then go to midfield and attack. Then possibly we can predict the starting 11 of the Black Stars. Milo's first ever 11 for the Black Stars from there. So let's start from defense.
Yeah, I'm not going to see. Well, we are not going to see anything different from what Tika Akono was doing. Probably the system is what is going to change, but the players or the personnel will be the same faces. Lawrence Atizigi will be in post, replacing Richard Ofori, who couldn't join because of injury. Andy Adam will start if he is fit, and then at left back you go for Baba Rahman. Then in central defense, Alexander Jiku, Daniel Amate will be playing. In midfield will be Baba Idrisu, and then Thomas Partey. Up front you will have Mohamed Kudus on the left, Kamadin Suleiman on the right. Then you have Jordan Ayew and then Andre Ayew leading the attack for the Black Stars. So we are not going to see new faces in the lineup, but probably the system and style will change because we know Milovan Rajvat is one coach who always like to see a balance in his team. Very compact defense, very compact midfield, and then a killer instant striker. But this time we don't have as more than so. I want to see who probably will be doing that job for Milovan Rajvat. But tomorrow the Black Stars are ready, everything is set, and they'll play Zimbabwe.
Okay, everything is ready, everything is set. No, there were reports about Jojo Wolakot, the Swindon Town star, getting the nod ahead of Richard Atta and then Atizigi. Is there any other reports suggesting, because you mentioned Atizigi being imposed?
Yes, we can only be sure of a starting lineup from today's training. You know, today will be the last training of the Black Stars. So what we will see in the training is probably going to tell us what Milovan Rajvat will be presenting tomorrow in the starting lineup. At this moment, I don't have requisite information to share about that. But so I will maintain Lawrence Atizigi in post. After the training, when I get the report, probably if Joe Wolakot is the preferred choice of Milovan Rajvat, then that will be a very positive thing for the new goalkeeper. So let's wait till they finish the training and then get the report from there. Then we will know which players are likely to play against Zimbabwe tomorrow.
One of the players that has received a major backlash is Philemon Baford, the Dreams FC sensation. He's received a lot of call-ups. In the friendly game against Soccer Intellectuals, he started the game. If Andy Adam is not available, are we to see Philemon start, or a centre back would be deployed in his role?
Well, from what we saw in the training match, Philemon started because there was no Andy Adam, and the youngster proved his words that yes, when the need comes, we can rely on him. Yes, even though Soccer Intellectuals is not as tough as Zimbabwe, but the confidence in the boy, then the motivation the coach will give him will let him play well against Zimbabwe. You know, we sometimes you have to take bold decisions and then make sure you motivate the player to play. We saw Habib Mohammed and then Sheila Eliasu, local players, playing at the world stage in Germany 2006. And they did it quite well because they were given the needed encouragement and motivation. So if tomorrow Andy Adam is not fit and Philemon Baford should start, I have the belief that he can make us proud.
Okay, we'll delve into more discussions, but first, let's take a word from our sponsors, Verna Mineral Water, Nadco Physiotherapy and Wellness Center, and then we'll take Blue City Ties. We'll return after the break with more news and more gist.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and the manner in which you live. I am Priscilla Sewamenu, Miss Health Ghana 2020. The month October is noted for breast cancer awareness, and this October, Sonotech Ghana is partnering with Miss Health Ghana to bring you breast cancer awareness campaign dubbed Pink It Out. So from the 1st to 31st October, Sonotech Ghana is offering free breast screening for all women out there. Plus, you get 20% off mammogram and 50% off ultrasound scan if you need one at any of their branches. The campaign is on. Join the campaign, support women, encourage women to come for screening, and support women living with breast cancer. On this note, I will entreat all my sisters out there to come detect it, treat it, and defeat it, because early detection saves life. Thank you.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center presents Black Stars footballer Jerry Akaminko. Jerry chose Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center to increase his performance. Their team of specialists use modern trends in physiotherapy to manage complex conditions in pain management, stroke rehabilitation, pediatric physiotherapy, sports injury rehabilitation, weight management, and so much more. Nadcoff Physiotherapy and Wellness Center, your reawakening destination. Contact them now.
This is still your home of thrilling sporting action. The show is Xplosion. We are looking at the Black Stars. Earlier, Nuhu joined me. Nuhu is still on the line to discuss and then break down the Black Stars. But latest reports coming in, like our brother who joined us from Zimbabwe stated, from the Zimbabwe camp, they are complaining bitterly that they were not treated well in the Black Stars. In the pre-match conference today, which is happening at Cape Coast Sports Stadium, Knowledge Musunda, who is the captain of the Zimbabwe national side, has reiterated this and then made his claim known that indeed the Black Stars have not treated the Warriors rightly. Nuhu Adams. Hello, Nuhu. Let me read some of the comments coming in on Facebook. This is from Kwame Amano, aka Kote MP. So Kote MP says he's watching live from Kote. So Kote, Mr. Ampo for more fire to you too, Mr. Kote MP. Let me take it again for the benefit of the doubt. Kote MP says he's watching live from Kote. His real name is Kwame Amano, and he says more fire, Mr. Ampofu. Well, Mr. Ampofu. And the original host of the show, which is Sam Kusi Apia, is watching all the way from Sandon, Johannesburg. Yes, he's on holidays. He's enjoying. Yes, he says he's watching live from Sandon, Johannesburg. He says Ghana is winning tomorrow when we take on the. So, like our brother stated from Zimbabwe, let me take some of the results that is happening in the World Cup qualifiers, because as it stands, Cameroon are leading Mozambique by 3-0. Cameroon are leading Mozambique by 3-0. Let me read some more results that are coming in. The goal which gives Cameroon the 3-0 lead was scored by Carl Toko Ekembi. In the first half, Cameroon only scored one, which is Bayern Munich sensation Eric Maximan Choupo-Moting. Let me read some of the further reports that are coming in. But if you have any comments with regards to your predictions, what you think of the outcome of the game between the Black Stars of Ghana and then the Warriors of Zimbabwe, which is happening tomorrow at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, you can send in your thoughts via WhatsApp lines, and then probably in subsequent discussions, the phone lines will be activated. So let me take some of the more reports that are coming in. But latest news that is also coming from the camp in London is that Chelsea's sensation, who is a Senegalese, Edouard Mendy, has been chosen as one of the players who were a standout performance last season in the goalkeeping department. When I say this, I mean the Ballon d'Or. Edouard Mendy missed out on the Ballon d'Or proper, but he's been nominated for the Yassin Award, which is the best goalkeeper in the world award. Edouard Mendy, who is a Senegalese, he's been given the shout for the African Player of the Year. He won the UEFA Champions League Goalkeeper of the Season. He was just 2 clean sheets behind Manchester City's Ederson, who won the Golden Boot in the Premier League last season. Edouard Mendy was also the first goalkeeper to keep most clean sheets after Peter Cech did it some years back. So it was a tremendous season for Edouard Mendy. Let me do some more reports that are coming in before. But if you care to know, let me give you the reports on the game between the Black Stars and then the Soccer Intellectuals. Now, Kamaldeen Sulemana, who was in red hot form, opened the scoring with a well-taken goal in the 15th minute. His fellow Right to Dream Academy mate, Mohamed Kudus, doubled Ghana's lead later on. Sulemana then scored a brace before Joel Fameye of FC Orenburg added Ghana's fourth. Jordan Ayew had the opportunity of converting a penalty to make it 5, but Jordan missed the penalty. But Jordan subsequently went on to provide 2 assists in the game. Jordan Ayew was deployed as a winger in this game after a long time. You remember the days when we were playing the 2014 World Cup and the 2010 World Cup. Jordan was in the 2014 World Cup. Sorry, Jordan was playing as a winger in those tournaments when Asamoah was available. Second half substitute, Fatau Ishahaku, the sensation who won the best player of the Under 20 African Cup of Nations, had a goal. Ishahaku got a brace. Sorry. Yao Yeboah was on the score sheet as well as Benjamin Tete. Now let me give you the lineups. Jojo Wolakot, like the report suggested, was imposed for the Black Stars, and then Philemon Bafo, who has been heavily criticized over the period of time because he was called up every time but didn't get the opportunity to play, even when Andy Yardon wasn't available. Today started the game against Soccer Intellectuals. Only time will tell if indeed he will start the game against Zimbabwe. But under Milovan Rajevac, all of us know that everything is possible. Everything is possible. Now, Daniel Amate and then Joseph Edu, as well as Baba Rahman, were made up the centre back pairing. So in defense, there was Jojo Wolakot in post, there was Philemon Bafo right back, there is Daniel Amate, there was Joseph Edu, who were the centre back pairings, and then Baba Rahman was at left back. Then in midfield, Thomas Partey returned to the Black Star squad, his first game for Milovan Rajevac. His first proper game will be against Zimbabwe. Now, one player who was given the shout a lot was Baba Idris, so he played alongside Thomas Partey, and then Kudus joined them to make a 4-3, or you can call it 4-2-1-3 formation, or a 4-5, even a 4-5-1. And then in attack was Joao Familia, who led the line. Sulemana, Kamaldeen Sulemana, who of Stade Rennais, was exceptional when they played Paris Saint-Germain over a week ago before the international break. Then Jordan Ayew was also in the side. Let me take some more news coming from the camp, because I understand Knowledge Musunda at the press conference. I just received a report that he's furious that the Black Stars, like our brother who joined us from Zimbabwe, complained about. They thought they would get the best of pitches when they go to Cape Coast to actually train on. But today being the final training, they'll get the opportunity of training at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. So I think that problem will be rectified there. And then earlier, if you joined us in the discussion, where we were joined by Samuel Ogum, who brought us up to speed with the Nigerian national side. He believes Ghana Raw, even despite Nigerian fans complaining about his lackluster side not performing against Central African Republic. He believes Nigeria will be able to bounce back and then win this one. Nigeria recorded the shock defeat when they played Central African Republic, who have not won a game since 2019. And then Nigeria also broke their record, which was kept since 1981, of not losing in their home grounds. Ghana Raw and his boys definitely have a lot of work to do when it comes to African games. This is a time will bring us as we draw curtains on the show. My name is Yampov Jr. I'd like to thank my producer Isaac Morte, who is doing a tremendous job behind the scenes, and then to all of the MCR, all those who joined me, Samuel from all the way from London, in Nigerian journalists and African journalists who joined me from London, and then there was Lawrence also in the shots from Zimbabwe. Then there was Noah Adams who joined me for the final bite of the show. Thank you so much, you at home, for watching us. Special shout to Kote MP. Special shout to you. Thank you so much for watching the show. It's bye-bye.
Welcome to Lagos, where host Nigeria